You find the perfect commercial property. The location is right, the numbers make sense, and you got the lender lined up until they pull the plug. Now, why? Because a report that you didn't know existed, the phase one environmental site assessment. Let's break this down. Why this one document can decide whether your commercial real estate loan gets funded or the deal just gets killed. And there's three reasons, and I'm going to tell you an important story how this came ahead. So reason one, legal liability. Now think of phase one like a prenup for pollution. If the site has contamination, or even if you didn't cause it, you and the lender could be liable under federal law. A phase one helps both you qualify for protection under this innocent landowner defense. All right, so that's reason one, number one. Reason number two, collateral protection. So lenders loan based on the property's value, right? But contamination can drop the value by hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's like lending on a warehouse only to discover that it's sitting on a buried oil tank. I mean, the risk is hidden, but it's really real. And reason number three, lending program requirements. If your financing involves either an SBA 504 or 7A loan, a HUD loan, Fannie Freddie, a collateral mortgage-backed security loan, or even just regular private lenders, they're going to demand a phase one before they even read your executive summary. And this is not just red tape. It'll shield you against future lawsuit, cleanup costs, and just loan denials. If you're in business of buying and refinancing commercial property, don't treat the phase one like an afterthought, because it might be the only thing that's keeping your deal alive. So if you're looking to purchase property, that's one of the things as part of your due diligence period that you want to request, just to make sure that there's no problems hidden there. So here's what happened. So a lady came to me, really sweet lady. She was renting a space for a Mexican restaurant, and she had purchased two properties. And what she was looking to do is, and her and her husband also own a construction company, so they were renovating one of the properties, and they were like, hey, so that we can get this new property open and move from the place that they were renting to the property that they own, they had ran out of cash. So obviously they were looking to refinance the property. Now, one of the properties that they wanted to lend against, and obviously I didn't know this until we had the phase one done. It was right next to a used car lot, and one of the phase one reports said that, hey, there potentially could be some possible contamination, because usually the phase one report is just mainly an alert to everyone of possible contamination. And so if you get a phase one report that says possible contamination, the phase two will be required. Usually that'll be like soil testing, where some environmental person will drill in the ground and test the ground or the groundwater or something, just to make a determination on if there's any contamination. The unique thing that was in this case is it was more of an air testing. They wanted to do an air testing, and the benefit of an air testing versus in the ground is usually the air is easier to pass than drilling in the ground, the head. And I was shocked. I was shocked, but the the air didn't pass. Now, most recent one, the reason why this came up, another property which had been on the market a long time. It's weird. Another gentleman wants to do a catering business, and they're having a hard time trying to find a kitchen in their area. So they're like, well, if we buy this building, we can outfit it, and a lot of other people that need, a commercial kitchen can lease from me as well. And so the property that they were looking at also had some bad, they phase one, they had some tanks, because I believe it used to be when we were doing some digging and so forth. Because I told them, I was like, go ahead and get a phase one report before you know put a serious down payment or EMD or earnest money deposit, or as part of the due diligence, ask for it. And there was some potential problems there. So they decided not to purchase that property. They were looking for us to finance the purchase of it. So in essence, this phase one report is something that you can use as part of your due diligence process. But yeah, so if you have any questions on that, feel free to join a master class, or just ask some questions down below. Thanks.